such sights to show you. I have pain. Far we've grown, now we pity bug.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time again. And it's time for Hun Ya Geek is showing, and it's showing all over the fucking place. With me, as ever, is the Queen of Mean. She makes them scream and she keeps them keen. It is Violet Impulse.
Hello, my sweet tortured souls, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Hun Ya Geek is showing.
Indeed. Fun. Quick bit of housekeeping. We can't do shout outs tonight because we record weekly and release fortnightly. So
Yes.
we can't do comments on comments we ain't got.
Exactly. It's due to a little life getting in the way kind of situation on my side of things. We're having to record on a weekly basis rather than fortnightly like we normally do. So comments, I know it's my fault, but comments will be shouted out and things like that in next week's episode.
Yes.
Just to let you know.
Do shout outs, with cocks outs, and everything else. So there you go. But what we will do, as per usual, is what you've been watching this week, mate.
Well, I've been watching a bit of Buffy again.
Again.
So my daughter revealed to her other parent, after telling me that Buffy was okay, I quite enjoyed it, saying that it was crap and really old looking.
Cassie.
Yeah, I demoted her. She's not getting her horns for a few more years on that one now. Other than that, though, we did enjoy the final chapter in the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and oh my god, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. There was moments that were gut punches and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But I think the way it ended, it ended happily for me, even though the big spoiler warning right here, even though the team was kind of going its own way, they're going off and doing their own thing, they were moving on to better things. You could see that. So it's not like the team split up on bad terms.
No, true.
Have you been watching Mr. Random Man in the Corner over there?
Well, let's see. What have I been watching? Oh, funny enough, Ahsoka.
Oh, of course, the new Star Wars show.
Didn't like it.
I've not watched it.
We do this show.
You know me and Star Wars. I like the films, the shows I've not really gelled with, but that is more because things got spoiled for me and I kind of switched off.
We do this show. It's called Hun Ya Geek is showing.
Things, just not Star Wars geeky things. I'm not a massive Star Wars fan. I've got the films. I like the films. I've played some of the video games, but I'm not. I couldn't tell you where the thermal exhaust point is on the death key.
Thermal.
Whatever. I don't care if
it's at the end of the Meridian Church.
I don't care if the Borg are at war with the Jedi. I mean, I don't.
Oh, you better tread carefully, or there's a pineapple with your name.
1,000 angry nerds with torches and pitchforks heading my way.
Yep. I can see him. They've just gone past my window.
Considering last week's episode was Ghostbusters and don't cross the streams, don't cross the franchises.
Ooh.
I mean, do you remember that time when Spock went looking for Kirk on Hoth? And they bumped into Dr. Who along the way.
Comments down below. Comments directed to a certain demon to the side of me there. Well, I watched it.
I'm sorry, but Ahsoka, yes, come on, do tell us.
I watched it and I enjoyed it. It's incredibly lovely looking.
Mhm.
And it's also, it deals with, it's sort of basically, it's going to be Rebels season 5 in live action.
Yes, I do know of the character because weirdly enough, and this shows you kind of how far Star Wars has a reach. My daughter, for a time on her Xbox 360, had the Disney Infinity game.
Hmm.
And the story mode for that is you actually play through as Geek's gonna hate me for this one. Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka, you played through as them. And it was basically like a Clone Warsy kind of thing going on at the time. And I liked the design of the character, I liked the idea of the character, and I was like, but where does this fit in with the canon of everything? Like between being Anakin Skywalker and becoming Darth Vader, where does Ahsoka fit canonically? For me, I couldn't place where it went, so it's always confused me a little bit.
The Clone Wars. During the Clone Wars?
Yeah, but I hadn't really watched the show and I'd only seen the films at that point, so it felt a little bit jarring to me that this character was kind of inserted. I'm going to stop right there.
Yeah.
You get what I mean, though, from sort of a casual observer of Star Wars, this character suddenly popping up and being the Jedi apprentice of Anakin Skywalker, who didn't appear in any of the films. I was like, who? Because that was literally my first exposure to the character. And it wasn't until after that I learned more about them. So my first interaction was like, what? How does this fit?
You've got lots of catching up to do.
I know. I'm gonna be Wikipediaing it for a month or so now. I know. I will get caught up. I'll watch your stupid Star Wars show with your lightsabers and all that bullshit. I've got coffee now.
Well, folks, that'll be me announcing my withdrawal from the show. I'm sure you'll have fun with my replacement, Tony.
Oh, I don't think Tony could put up with me 24/7, not like you can.
It's a gift. Helps buy the grape juice. Cheers.
Is it a gift? Is it a curse? It's like immortality. We're not sure.
Exactly. But what's it? Apart from Ahsoka, what else have I watched? Dear? What else have I watched?
Judicator, help, he's lost.
Getting on, you know. Well, I didn't watch anything yesterday because I was busy doing a gig and then going out and getting shit faced.
As you do after a gig, of course.
Yeah. Shit. We're watching Breaking Bad. Oh, in big news. Sorry, folks. Big news. Remember a few weeks back, I had a bit of a rant at Paramount regarding the Quantum League and the mid-season break.
Oh, yes.
Well, I think they're listening because they put the rest of the bloody season on, didn't they? So I've been watching that.
And they say that Big Brother isn't a real thing.
I fucking told them what's what, and they listen.
It's kind of coincidental, that isn't it? We have a whinge about it, and then they drop it, and you're kind of like,
yeah. See what I did there, folks.
Are they listening? Is my phone? Is all this going on here? Is this really just? I like, maybe it is. Maybe we are influencers. Maybe, I don't know.
I fucking tell them what's what. You're welcome, people. You're welcome.
Thank you. All bow the random man for his TV casting abilities.
Yes.
But I think, swiftly moving on, we should get on to the next topic, Guy. What do you reckon?
We should. Yes. I had a quick sit there. That's a lovely mailbag. Right. So tonight we are doing films that we want to see in the cinema that we didn't get a chance to.
Yes.
So, ladies first.
Thank you. I'm going to go first with my number 5 pick because we did sort of top 5 each, 5 ones we really want to see. And for me, this one is probably going to be a bit of an underground one. Not many people may have seen it, but for me, it's sort of quintessential. I saw it at such a young age, it's kind of stuck with me.
Mm.
And that is The Return of Swamp Thing.
Mm.
Now, I'm going to defend this film. If you've not seen it, right,
Doing a tone.
it is a sequel to the Wes Craven directed original.
Right.
Was very, very low budget. The Swamp Thing costume was just a guy in a green bodysuit with a few leaves and stuff stuck to him. It was very low budget.
Oh dear.
Second film, they upped the budget. You had actress Heather Locklear starring, yes, stuntman Dick Dorop, which I swear to God to me sounds like a porn actor
Dick
name.
what?
Dick
Dick what?
Dorop. You heard me. Playing Swamp Thing, but the suit had been massively upgraded. It looked like what you saw in the comic books at that time.
Cool.
And for me, like I said, it's a good, dumb, fun superhero film. It knows what it is and it runs with that idea. It never tries to take itself seriously. It has the cheesy, stupid, corny one-liners. Like there's a scene, Swamp Thing gets blown up. Spoiler. And to get into the mansion that he's trying to get into, he goes in through the sewer pipes. And when he meets back up with Heather Locklear's character, she says, "How did you get in here?" And he says, "I was piped in."
Ooh.
Yeah. And when Swamp Thing like does something like heroic, like appears for a fight, even the music swells, but like what you would imagine a cheesy late 80s, early 90s comic book music to be, it's like all heroic and American sounding like it's like it never takes itself seriously, and that is why I love it, because you can just switch off and enjoy the fucking journey. You know, it's just one of those films, and seeing that on the big screen would just be brilliant for me. And hello, Gizmo.
Oh, I can see your pussy.
Wrong channel, wrong channel. Hello, Gizmo. There she is.
Oh, I like his.
There you go, making her first appearance on the channel. Gizmo, new co-host.
Yeah.
Won't say much.
No, I can hear a bell ringing.
Yep, she's having a drink of water. So go on then, guy. That was my number 5 pick.
What?
What was yours?
Oh, you're gonna love my number 5 pick. I'd like to see, I would have liked to have seen Star Wars on the big screen.
I think
As it was originally, not monkeyed about, not with
not
George
the special
Lucas's
edition.
toyings.
Not the special edition. Oh, shit. Sorry. Tangent.
Boom.
Completely forgot mentioning
Died early.
the original Star Wars stuff. You just sparked my brain. Thank you. We watched, me and Cass, we watched the Light and Magic program you were on about.
Finally.
And seeing those clips of the original footage.
Oh, I told you, didn't I? Told you.
My nostalgia button was like, like,
see?
Oh.
Listen to your Uncle Random.
Yeah, I will. But then again, the last time you did that, I woke up naked with one of my kidneys missing.
Oh, I can't be blamed for that.
Well, you left me there.
Well, I can't be blamed for
that. I can neither confirm nor deny these allegations.
Well, but yeah. So that's the tangent film.
Sorry, yes. Continuing.
I fucking told you. Anyway. Sorry, it's my problem. I'll do it.
Yeah, Star Wars. I completely agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
One thing we will say in this episode is these are films that we would have liked to have seen in the cinema, and 2, for their anniversaries, we'd like to see them do a comeback and do a week or a month or something in the cinema. So people who like us who didn't get to have got that.
Yeah, you won't get to see the original monkeyed around versions because Lucas won't allow it, but
I know.
But just to see the first shot with the star, just well, the Blade Runner, the Tantive 4, actually, if you want to get to really
And that's
thingy
how
about
much
it.
of a geek I'm not, ladies and gentlemen.
Be late, ladies, I'm already married.
God
Yeah,
help her. God help her.
that's what she says. But yeah, to see the Tantive 4 go over and then get
I'm
see it
fully
getting chased by the Star Destroyer just that on the big screen. Oh, fuck yeah.
hell yeah, I am in full agreement with that one. I mean, like I said, I'm not that big of a fan of Star
Mm.
Wars, but the OG films, specifically the OG trilogy,
Yeah, I didn't get to see it the first time at the cinema, obviously, because I was still in utero.
I wasn't even a twinkle.
So yeah,
84 over here.
so there you go. So that's number 5 for moi.
Goody, 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 goody. Right, number 4 for me, horror seminal classic, Nightmare on Elm Street, the
Mm,
first one, the very first one.
nice, good pick, good call.
Oh yeah, I mean just that scene with over the bed through the wall,
Mm,
kind of real shot you see of Freddy. That shot for me on a big screen would just
yeah,
it creeps me out enough seeing it on kind of a big screen TV, but seeing it on blown up full
Nancy in the bath.
with the claws coming up the dwarf. Yeah, it's the reason why I take showers now. Just in case.
Yeah, look, actually, I do. It's been fucking years since I've seen that. I want to see that again, actually. So,
If I were you, right, I really do recommend watching at least the first three.
mm,
A lot of these long running franchises, we have said this many times on the channel before, that with a lot of the long running horror franchises, Freddy, Jason,
mm,
Michael Myers, the first few, sort of up to number three, sometimes number four, are
yeah,
pretty good. They're pretty good films.
yeah. I mean, I watched all of them originally as they came out, but
Oh yeah, yeah. I was terrified as Freddy as a kid, but when I came to kind of conquer that fear and finally watch it, I realized that this was right up my street. No
yeah,
pun intended.
I
Yeah.
was never terrified of them. I always
Yeah, Freddy terrified me as a kid, but I kind of got over that fear quite quickly. Thank God, because I wouldn't have the love for the films that
loved
I do now. But yeah, like I said, that back on the big screen just oh sets my heart aflutter.
Mm, nice, nice.
It's when the guy, what's number four?
Number hot in it. Number 4. You'll love this one as well. Empire Strike. No, I'm not kidding.
Don't be that twat. Yeah, my top five films are Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
I'm doing that voice. You must do it in that voice. You need to do it like that.
Oh, yeah,
Star
surrender.
Wars Empire. Yes. Have you know? Thank you very much.
What? Tally ho and tally forth and all that
Yeah,
shit.
look at that. I've got my pinky up. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, at number 4, you will believe a man can fly.
Mm.
Hmm.
Do, 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 do.
This is a little two parts because I'd love to have seen Superman and Superman 2 at the cinema.
Yeah, double feature kind of thing. We will get into that a little bit
Mm.
more later on. But double feature.
So it's two, but it can be two into one. So yeah, I mean, I I first saw this as a kid. I believe it was 80 something. It was the big Christmas Day movie. So I don't know. Answers on a postcard, please, because I can't remember it. But
Tony, get on that one. You're good with the old Radio Times magazines. You'll find out what Christmas that was on.
yeah, yeah, there you go. So, but yeah, you know, as a kid watching it on telly, I was just like, oh, how did he do that?
Yeah,
to have seen it on the cinema,
that would
that
just
big screen, and that's the sound system just booming out that soundtrack. Oh, fuck
oh definitely that soundtrack is iconic. The minute you hear those notes, you know
it. Mm.
it's
Mm,
Superman.
mm, 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 mm,
And the way it builds as well.
mm.
That is one thing I will say about a lot of these films that we've mentioned as well. The soundtracks as well,
Oh, yeah.
like the original scores for the films, go and check
Mm.
them out. They're really good. I'm trying
God,
to get
yeah.
more into movie kind of musical score stuff because it's perfect for me sitting and writing to just have one of those on in the background and
Mm.
kind of inspires me a little bit, you know.
Yeah, because it'll give you a sense of, epic grandeur and,
Exactly, exactly. I mean, I'm
faith.
not that I'm stealing anything. I don't steal anything. I'm just listening in and I'm like, this is
Mm.
really epic, and it kind of leads epic moments in the book.
Well,
So
if you're writing a book, you can't really steal music.
yeah, which you can mention song names, I suppose. You just got to be careful. Tangent, sorry, people.
Weird tangent.
Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah. So,
Superman.
Superman on Superman.
Superman.
Just one kneel before so.
Oh, that scene, yes. Neil before Zod. Played by the wonderful Terrence Stamp.
Don't stamp. Yes. What a marvelous man.
Yes, yes.
I'd excuse me, I'm just pouring. There we go. Thank you. So, your turn. Number number
Number,
12.
number three for
Number
me,
three. I
um,
love.
pure 80s sci-fi action satire by the absolute legend Paul Verhoeven with a script by Ed Niemeyer. It is, of course, the part man, part machine, all cop, RoboCop, or if you're buying him from Mexico,
Yay.
Robert Cop.
Robert Cobb. Ah, yes. Robert Cobb. I remember him.
Yeah, RoboCop for me.
Mm.
I'm gonna make a little bit of a confession here. I first saw RoboCop at the tender age of 6 years old.
Nice.
Yeah, I was going through this thing. I was a Transformers fan. I was hooked on robots. There's this film called RoboCop that my parents have just rented from the local video store. They want to watch it. It's rated 18. I'm adamant that I'll be okay with whatever I saw. I had nightmares for a month. But you know the
Yeah.
bit? Do you know the bit that did it for me, right? It wasn't any of the swearing or the nudity or the yeah, it was that bit. The toxic waste guy, as I called him for many, many a year. But that scene where he
Mm.
comes out and he's the skin's hanging off his fingers and he does that scream. That scream haunted me for a
Yeah.
very long time.
Can't remember the actor's name, but he looks like Ron Howard.
He does, doesn't he?
Uh, oh, Richard Cunningham's all kind of fucked up.
But yeah, that for me, RoboCop is just quintessential 80s viewing. If you're talking about
Mm.
80s films, not just any particular genre, but just 80s films in a generalization,
Yeah.
RoboCop should be on that list. And to see it on the big screen, because I never
Oh,
did,
God, yeah, I never did.
it would just be heaven. You know,
Mm.
all those explosions and gunshots and the epic score. Again,
Yeah.
another fantastic score, the RoboCop March, which segueing
Sorry.
slightly there, or tangenting slightly there, the remake, the one thing I did like about the remake is they used that theme at the beginning.
Mm. Yeah.
That was my that was that moment where I went, oh, it might be good. 30 seconds later, no, it won't.
Samuel L. Jackson was good.
He was decent in it. But it's Sam Jackson. I mean,
Yeah.
I could read the phone book and it'd be fucking funny.
Yeah, true, true.
But yeah, so for me, my number three pick is RoboCop. I suppose you could kind of say double feature it with RoboCop 2, because although it's not as good, I think there's more links between those two than there is between 2 and 3.
Mm.
Like number 3 for me feels like a completely different timeline for RoboCop. If you take the first two together, like you said with your last pick,
Yeah, Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
Superman. Sorry.
Then yeah, double feature it. Anyway.
Yes.
Number 2 pick.
Oh, it is number 2, isn't it?
Yeah, because you did number no.
Oh, bollocks.
Wait, I went first for number 5.
Mm.
I mean number 4. It's your number 3, sorry. I got lost. My mistake.
Oh, I thought we were doing 5 each.
5 each, yes, this is number 3 for you.
Oh.
How much is that drink? How much
That's
is
enough.
Anyway.
More booze.
Pick number 3 for you then, guy.
Right, that would be, and I'm not sure why I didn't actually see this at the cinema because I would have been old enough, but Heat.
Oh, yes, I do remember that film. My dad watched that film. I don't think I actually watched it all the way through. I think I caught parts of it because he was watching it on one of his weekends off from work, and I was kind of in and out with friends.
If you get the chance.
It's the one with Val Kilmer and Al Pacino, isn't it?
And Robert De Niro, yes.
Yes, I saw the end of it. I only saw the ending. I can remember seeing the ending. But yeah, I would like to see that on the big screen if it did make a comeback.
Yeah, because just the whole atmosphere, just the way Michael Mann works with cinematography and camera.
Oh, definitely.
So fucking stylish. And apparently the bank robbing scene in it was just fucking awesome at the cinema.
Oh, I can imagine it must have been.
With the bang bang shooty guns.
Oh, hell yes.
I like bang bang shooty guns.
We do love that stuff. Anything that explodes and causes chaos. We're all about that down here.
Yeah. But yeah, absolutely cool as fuck film. Then I wish I'd seen it. Oh, I was old enough to. I just don't know why I didn't. So there you go.
The mistakes of youth.
Mm.
Oh, I can attest to the mistakes of youth.
No, I bet you can.
Oh, definitely. So my number 2 pick now then?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. We did mention this in a episode a few weeks ago. For me, because we talked about it in the episode, The Crow. We talked about it in the episode, so go and watch that episode and then come back to this one.
Here's the part of the show, ladies and gentlemen, where I get to look smart.
He did, didn't he? I remember you saying, I'm not better. I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No. Anyway,
Yes,
moving swiftly on, your number 2 pick.
My number 2. Number 2.
Are you 12?
Yeah, my wife said, "You're immature." Period. I just went, period.
What's the difference between Guy and a block of cheddar? The block of cheddar will eventually mature.
So yes, sorry, folks. That was a strange tangent.
It really was.
Yeah, really was. My number 2 is what's it? Oh, shite. Why don't I fucking write these down? Some bit of a knob. Oh yeah, that was it.
I did.
Oh, that's Google SWAT. Jesus Christ.
Read between the lines.
Yeah. Tron.
Oh yes, I did get to see Tron Legacy at the cinema.
Nice.
The second one, which
So did I.
not as good, was technically impressive for its time because, again, much like the original, at the time it was groundbreaking CG and special effects and stuff. So I kind of got it.
Yeah.
Original. Whoa.
A lot of people diss it, but for me, I thought it was great. It fired my imagination as a child.
Yeah. Do you know what? It took me into adulthood until I noticed the Pac-Man cameo in the background. Yeah. But then again, I was too distracted by like the cool costume designs and the colors and all that. I mean, that's the thing about Tron. Every time you watch it, there is something new that catches your eye that you didn't before, like little sketches.
You know, it started my appreciation as well at a young age for Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, damn good actor.
The dude.
He is. He is very, very good. Good in the second one as well.
Yeah. The fuck.
I was about to say, what blew up?
Oh, Hendrix being a knob. Hold on.
Welcome back to the show, Hendrix.
Oh, no, it's all right. He's off. There we go.
Hi, Hendrix.
Crisis.
Nothing to report today, apparently.
No. No, he's not interested today. Sorry, folks. Right, so your number one.
My number one. These are I could not decide between these two. I kind of thought about it for quite a while, and out of all of the films I've seen, right now, bear this in mind, out of all the films I've seen today, I stacked up 4 large boxes of just DVDs and Blu-rays. I've watched a lot of films over my life. These 2 films I have watched more times than any other film I've ever watched, and that includes the original Transformers animated movie, which I wore out 2 VHS copies of. You know, these 2 films alone gave me more of an appreciation for, how do I put this? Not letting things like a budget hold you back. For not agreeing with Hollywood, for staying independent for pretty much his entire career, maybe a couple of films here and there that would.
Marvelous. Star Wars. Great stuff. Nice one.
No. I am, of course, talking about the 2 films that put the man, the myth, the zombie godfather himself, George A. Romero, on the map. Night of the Living Dead, the original, and Dawn of the Dead, the original, as a double feature. And when I say double feature, I mean literally like you don't even get out. You don't even get a break. Back to back.
Christ, you're harsh.
Well, let's put it this way, right? Avatar, The Shape of Water is 4 hours long. If you put those 2 films together, they'd be 3.5 hours long. So you get 2 films for the price of one. It makes more sense. But yeah, for me, Night of the Living Dead is just zombies wouldn't be what they are now today in things like The Walking Dead and The Last of Us and countless other modern zombie interpretations would not be what they are now without these 2 films. I mean, the video game Dead Rising is about a reporter trapped in a shopping mall filled with zombies, right? The legalities of that came so close that on the box they had to have a little label saying that this is not any way, which way, shape, or form connected to the Dawn of the Dead universe or anything. They had to like say, no, it's just an inspiration. It's not a direct copy. So if you have not seen these 2 films at all, check them out. And hopefully you'll agree with me, especially considering that Dawn of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, the original, was actually put into the House of Congress for its cultural and historical significance.
Exactly. That's not awarded just any old fucking film.
No, and one little nugget that I do know is that it was one of the first films in the mid-60s to cast a black actor as the lead. Not because he was black, simply because he was the best actor they saw at that time. And he was the last one to survive to the end. Whereas the stereotype in films at that time, that if there was a character of color, they would be the first one to get killed off. It became almost a running joke in later parody films.
Yeah.
So, you know, to do that back then was incredibly fucking brave. Top that then, guy.
Bags.
Not know where that came from. One of my bitch personalities was just like, say it, say it. I'm sorry. I apologize. I love you really. I love you dearly.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Well then, folks, we're going to travel back in time to 1968. Yes, indeed. Your your heroic person here, yours truly, was not even born. So that's my excuse for not seeing it at the cinema.
True if it's before your time.
Yes, exactly. I am, of course, talking about Planet of the Bloody Apes.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
God, to see that.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I can.
70 mil, I want to see it. 70 mil.
Oh,
The vistas, the camera work,
the special effects, the makeup.
the practical makeup,
Oh.
the soundtrack,
Mm.
that fucking soundtrack, Jesus Christ. And Charlton, fucking Heston.
Oh, yes. Yes. Astronaut.
Never mind. Never mind, get your damn paws off me, you dirty ape. No,
Oh, yeah.
his monologue at the start is just a fucking powerhouse.
Oh, yeah. That's the opening to the film as well.
Mm,
You know what I mean? That's
yeah, just to see. I mean, I bloody love. I mean, look, yeah, the modern versions are good. The
yeah.
2001 version with Mark Wahlberg was shit.
The Tim Burton one just
It's shit,
no, no.
absolute shit. But no,
But
to
the Andy
see
Serkis ones, they're good.
to see the original on the
Oh, hell yeah.
fuck yeah,
Well, not even the first. I'd say all five. The five
yeah,
original films back to back. I'd sit through that. As long as I can smoke, drink, eat, I'll be fine. If I had
yeah.
personal cinema, that is what I would do. I would just sit
Mm.
down and enjoy the whole series. So
But
yeah,
to see those, just oh man, what a fucking time to be alive that was.
I bet groundbreaking cinema every day. Just
Yeah, and you could smoke.
yeah, yeah, you could. You could smoke in cinemas back then. You could. Yes, you're quite right. But
But yeah, Jesus Christ. I mean,
and if you've not seen Planet of the Apes, people
oh my God, it's
go
on
and watch
Disney
it.
Plus. It's on
Yeah,
the original's on Disney Plus.
I've got a box set, thankfully. But
Mm.
awesome.
Watch it, watch it, watch it, for God's sake.
Well, that's it then. That's kind of our top 10-ish
And I
picks.
think
We
I
threw a
told you.
few extras. We do have a couple of honorable mentions. I'm going to go with another double bill here. For me, not just because these films follow continuity or anything like that, I think that again would be a brilliant double bill, is the best works of John Carpenter in Halloween and The Thing as kind
Mm.
of a horror double feature.
Yeah, nice.
You've got one that's atmospheric and suspenseful in Halloween, and then you've got the grotesque body horror, all of that kind of stuff that comes along with The Thing in there. So it just shows his range
Yeah.
opinion for John Carpenter, and I do love me a good John Carpenter film.
Yeah, I have honorable mentions as well. Aliens
And Predator,
and Predator. I think those two are given it since it's
MVP.
long have we espoused on our love of both.
Oh yeah, we've done
So we don't need to do
episodes.
any.
We've done episodes of Alien and Predator. I think if we did any more, we'd just be telling the same thing over again. So
Yeah.
all we can really say on that. But one thing I'm going to throw out to the commenters out there for this episode, after we've talked about this in films that we would have liked to have seen at the cinema and maybe possibly make a return, me and one of my friends, the wonderful Miss Raven Rose, were talking about, you know how you get those kind of retro arcades that are popping up more and more nowadays,
Mm.
where you go in and you play like the old school retro games like Pac-Man and Dig
Yeah.
Dug and all that kind of thing. What I'd really like to see is a retro cinema where it shows all old films, sort of pre 2000. You pay the price you would have paid back in those times, and you can take food and stuff in if you want to. Make it a full-on like retro experience. Like old movie posters hanging up with like coming soon and things like that.
Yeah, man, that sounds nice.
That to me sounds like a fucking great idea. So to all the commenters out there, if you agree with me, drop it in the comments.
Yeah, also drop what films you would like to see at the cinema that you didn't get to.
Yeah, we'd like to hear your opinions. What like us, pick 5 films that you would have loved to have seen at the cinema, and maybe we'll discuss them in a future episode. Who knows?
Yeah, because this is a subject that can just be brought back again and again and again. Because let's face it.
Yeah, with the amount of films that are out there in the world, we could pick 5 movies every week for like 6 months and still only scratch the surface.
Yeah.
Unless we just turn around and go, quick way to end this subject. Every film ever released, we'd like to see them in the cinema again. There you go.
Wow, way to spoil that.
Yeah, sorry. 6 months of work gone.
Wow. www.wetblanket.com. So I'm saying.
You do know that the way I've got this set up to record on my own, when you're pointing to that way, you're actually pointing over towards your wife, not me. You're pointing the wrong way. There you go.
Well, then swap us round.
Because I like to be on this side of the screen. I like my space here. Anyway, what would you know? You don't watch the episodes back.
Well, why should I? I've done the episode. I know what happens.
Massage
I can't
your ego.
spoil them. I can hardly spoil myself, can I?
Well, watch it back for a bit of fun. I don't know. I watched mine back at least once. Just to see how much of a twat I made of myself.
Oh, fair enough. How many episodes are we on now?
This one is, I don't know. Number 5, I think. Yeah, for this series, number 5, I think. She says with a slight hint of assurance that she knows fuck all.
Yeah. Well, there we go. On that bombshell, folks, I think we're going to end it here.
Yes, it's time to say goodnight. Mwah.
Good night. Good night. Sleep tight.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Oh, yeah, you're not saying it?
What? Oh, my
No.
sign off.
Do you think?
Not tonight.
See, because I did it along with you last week.
Yeah.
Have I spoiled it?
No. Night, everyone. Bye.
Yeah.